It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing right away on the game's first play. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This communication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good.
First down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
False start, offense.
That one on the former number 7 overall pick back in 2022, Evan Neal.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Winston. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive will start on the ground and a short pickup to about the 30. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside. And 8. A second down throw for Jameis. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the gun, Winston. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll go play action. It's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. And he'll get about 5. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Slot man in motion right. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Commanders with the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, it's Winston. Now he'll run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Here's 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. Winston to throw on 1st down. He's got the hook up there. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. To throw is Winston. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
In motion comes Beckham. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll run. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Here it is, a zone read. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now give on the ground, and not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. The second effort gonna get him the first down. Looked like he might be stopped short, but he was able to break free and take it beyond the marker.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Sievers for 3rd down and 4. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to look for the home run ball.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
This throw taken in by Hurst.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Winston looking to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. In the game to start the drive. Up the middle they go. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specific. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll stick with him again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A second down throw for Winston. That is caught right side by Beckham.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, here's Winston. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll try the right side this time. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. on play action. Winston. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. This one into the hands of Beckham. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Third down, 3 to go. Man in motion, heading left. We'll go play action. It's Winston. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Commanders first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
To the right side here, pass is caught. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The field goal back out is Gay to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, Winston. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Winston to throw on first down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here.
Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Jameis. To the left side, OBJ is there.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Winston to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. On first down, it's Winston. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Here's the option, running right. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Winston. Going up top. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.